It's Malaka time, motherfuckers, and today we're going to be doing a Cup of Fears 2 cast sent in to cupoftheFears2.org. And today this is actually a 2v2. These two teams are actually getting some practice in before the 2v2 tournament, or some fucking tournament that I don't know about because I don't really care for tournaments all that much in video games because I'm never that good, all that. Just say it out loud. I would really like to see Woodstock get the Luigi Pulsar play in a 2v2 kind of scenario and actually practice, and I would like to see them. Of course, this is before the Great Winter Balance Patch, or whatever they want to call it, where they think penals are too OP and etc, etc. So yeah. So it's the NS clan. We got YG now and To Me, even though you probably pronounce it differently with the umlaut, but I don't give one fuck. We have one OKW, one Wehrmacht. We have the HOI clan, Vip Ux, and Zark Cloud. Double MG over there. Not sure how well that's going to do, though in this wide area, if he places them perfectly, he should be able to counter Rifleman. Because again, you could cover here, and you cover here. He has to go all the way around, and then if someone covers over here, but still. Going 2 MGs with a Grenadier opener. This other guy, this Russian guy, who actually opened up with his Special Rifle Command, he did get a conscript out early on. I misclicked. Did get a conscript early on. That double sandbag, though, I like that. Some cheap tricks, yo. Cheap tricks have built sandbag, so he can't use the other side of the sandbag for every cover. But he did go for the conscript to go for that cap. So he did get penals, which will be nerfed a little bit. I like that. They're like, we're going to increase their pomp cap +1. Oh, man, you're just destroying us here with them nerfs, with that 1+ pop cap. So, of course, getting in heavy cover, MG is going to support and set up. MG will be able to put down fire. I would try to walk away or retreat because this isn't a fight that's worth fighting. You're just wasting health to your conscripts right now. We do see penals getting into this building just to cover the flanked for vision, but these conscripts seem rather lackluster a little bit in that area. So engineers did retreat to Sturmpioneers, try to build some barbed wire. Looks like he destroyed the barbed wire, so you could use heavy cover. Did have some Volk up in this big building over here, and conscripts are finally going to retreat after losing 2 men and some health. Definitely wasn't worth it. Probably he was trying to hold them up or something of the sort like this, but I really doubt that this was going to help in any way, shape, or form. He just got more penals. He can purchase a flamethrower, which he is going to. The American douchebag is actually coming up over here. Got a ninja cap engineers capping up that fuel in the corner. Could have cut off anyways instead of fighting over the fuel. He does actually have glorious rifle company. Praise rifle company. I miss rifle company so much. I miss it so. So Pinos are going to hold up over here. MG trying to put some fire down, but is completely hitting the stone wall with not even like 1 or 2 shots are getting through those bursts, but whatever. So you have Pinos over here. Just more scouting. Just taking a look at, you can see here these guys are not going to try and cap maybe in that little corner. Corner right here would be pretty good. Yeah, see how he's getting out? I actually like this. He's getting out to try and see and then get back out really quickly so he doesn't take any damage. And try to see if he's trying to maneuver around him. Yeah, still has the double Volk here. Volk were able to destroy that half sandbag. Built a half sandbag here. Some sneezy tactics. Now, of course, I would like to point out, I am not godlike in commentating what is meta and what is not, especially with tournament people and people who are more skilled than the average viewer that I actually cast. But that's kind of how it goes. And I would like to say here, for all the people who ask, why don't I cast more higher up replays? Well, because one, everyone and their fucking mother, like Generals, Gentlemen, or whoever the fuck else propaganda cast who are going to watch these, I don't want to fucking watch them. It's just no. It just never was me. Sure, they play great, and they could have some great matches, but what's the fucking point? I really don't care. I rather like to record the common person's replay, whether it be retarded or semi-decent or whatever, just because it's basically what everyone's going to experience. Now, it is nice to watch high-level play, like that Volk, though, but you get what I mean. So overall, there's a nice little push over here. Again, penals, conscripts on the retreat with 1 guy. We do have a mortar up. Too bad it's not a great big bullshit mortar of doom. I love that great big bullshit mortar of doom. So penals again playing just defense, going in and out of the building. stopping them from capping, holding up. Though over here we do have Sturmpanius capping up. We do see a sniper coming out. Hopefully he will be able to micro it perfectly to really bleed the enemy of manpower, which is going to be sexy as fuck. Which actually is going to help him here. He's going to be able to pick off the MG. The guy's going to have to do something with the MG, either pull it back. But we do have some flanking here going on with a penal engineer squad. Penal and cover, engineer, cannon fodder, aka cannon fodder, capping that up. So we do see medical HQ did be placed here. Done be placed. Kind of a weird placement. Well, not a weird placement, but it's just that he's not positioning it down south. Probably could get support gun. Probably is assuming that great bullshit is going to happen in the middle. I'm not sure. He does have quite a bit of manpower. Could just try and go for straight a... I'm not sure. Obersoldaten? I'm unsure. So, very nice. He's trying to get a sniper into cover. Yeah, what they're doing with snipers and the stealthing as penals... Yeah, he needs to like go this way. He's dead. Hopefully he doesn't drop the flamethrower. Yeah, he's trying to body block with the animation. Ooh. Ooh, wow. So cool. If he would have went this way and then went that way, it would have been perfect. But unfortunately, he was not able to get away. What they're doing with snipers, it kind of reminds me of like Heroes of the Storm. Yes, Woodstock Heroes of the Storm. Where you have like Nova or Zero Two, these stealth characters that could come out of stealth, but they have to wait a certain cooldown to then get back into stealth. And I believe that's what they're doing with some stealth units. I only read very briefly some of the patch notes. But here we see a glorious flame half-track wiping out a rifleman, which is going to hurt a little bit. This rifle, this MG, oh no, it's an MG, okay, I thought it was the American guy. So what is this American guy up to? So he lost a rifleman, he went lieutenant. I don't think lieutenant, I never liked lieutenant, but he is going for a quad half-track. Now if he could micro it properly, I guess it could be okay, though a lot of people really don't. A lot of people go Stewart and Captain, which Captain would be really nice to defeat the flame half-track very fast. Now, of course, if you combine all Rifleman and Lieutenant firepower on the flame half-track, it will die very quickly, but you get what I mean. Overall, though, you don't see a lot of flame half-track. So 2 MG, 2 Grenadier. Doesn't have enough upgrade yet. Hasn't chosen a doctrine. He actually has this shitty doctrine that I utterly hate, Mobile. The only probably good thing for this one is counterattack tactics, and maybe the Puma, but... So ambulance is sitting back over here. We do have the American mortar sitting in mid. We do have 2 penals, 1 with a flamethrower. It looks like he used his 1 conscript to actually reinforce instead of actually purchasing it, which is interesting. Yeah, he's gonna just sit there. Trying to kill some of the grenadiers, but isn't going to work. Should most likely retreat now, since he is suppressed. Flame half-track look is going to come in mid. We do actually see a mech HQ fail. Oh. I may want to check a satchel charge. I don't know. Satchel charge is like 4th or 45. Okay. But we do have the AA, which is going to annihilate that half-track outright. And he did get Panzerfaust here, so there's nothing else that could actually happen to his half-track right now. So it is safe. He was able to destroy the flame half-track, which is pretty brutal, only in terms of munitions. That he put all that munitions in there. He did get a rifleman out of it, but I'm not sure how much worth that is. That mine, though. I wish they had a... You know what? You know what we should do with RNG? They should have like a 50% chance to fuck up removing the mine and blow themselves up. There you go. There's to piss off a lot of players. There you go. So rear echelon's coming out. So he's not building anything at the moment. He's probably saving up maybe for the major. Actually, the major, what would he get? Could go captain if he so desired, but he'd have to buy that. He has quite a bit of munitions too. If I was him, he does have this. I would equip your rifleman with some bars to get that extra damage out. Probably could go captain and get that that bazooka, which would really help with looks maybe or something of this sort. But right now, he already knows the medical HQ, but the mech HQ is out. Very nice micro here with the half-track, causing some suppression there. We do have a pack all the way in the back, which did take a shot and damage the half-track. Florida trying to move in. Penals look like they're going to get into the building. Rear echelon did cap that up, and holy shitballs, they just got completely destroyed. Did he walk into that satchel charge? I didn't see the number pop up, but that was good. That was good. GG. And we do see have the sniper over here taking a poke at that AT gun. So over here down south, the just conscript sitting in this building. Fuel is capped up. The lieutenant's over here, kind of wasting his time down here. I'm not sure if there was anything down here because I didn't really look at the minimap. But lieutenant could be needed all the way up north instead of down here capping. Probably should have sent the rear echelons to go around and cap. Maybe he just wants to get them vetted up just so he could have a 5-man squad and then go around repairing. I don't fucking know. Right now he's being very careful with his half-track, watching out for those Panzerfaust sniper going to work. Staying far away, microing that sniper efficiently as possible. Mortar in a pretty good spot, but maybe a little bit too close could hit that building. We do see some penals here reaching Vet 2. Gonna take some fire. MG gonna set up. That sucks. That sucks. Yeah, that line of sight. Yeah, just retreat. Yeah. Flag coming over here on the flank. Gonna be poking away. Pack with a nice side hit that's gonna happen. There, misses. Feels bad, man. Definitely feels bad, man. So we have our own 50 cal up. I don't know who we're talking about. He did lose actually a rifleman somewhere. Was not paying attention to that at all. But we do see a Puma out now. So we do see a medical HQ. He did get the support guy. I thought I just saw it. Yeah, he did get the support gun. Getting another support gun. A little bit lacking on infantry. But he did get the mech HQ for the Puma. He probably built the mech HQ just to have things to be, obviously things to be repaired. But he didn't get it though. But kind of weird that he went straight for the Puma. I guess just to hard counter the AA half track. Of course, we do see. I got a bazooka? Oh, there's a bazooka. Okay, I didn't see the bazooka sign above the head. I was like, WTF, mate. So we equipped, looks like an LMG, or bar, not an LMG, bar and a bazooka to the rifleman. Piano's over here. Guarding that flank. Looks like we have another flame half-track now, so now at least he can be a little bit more effective with the flame half-track. That he has some kind of armor support from the Puma, which is going to really push away that penal squad. Puma coming in, gonna try and chase. Did go for the smoke there. Looks like he's gonna try and target the sniper. No, there's a juicy target right there. Nah, that's sad. That's sad. Definitely could have pushed up there. Actually, if they really wanted to be cute, actually no, it would have been pretty bad. I was about to say that they could go in and fuck shit up, but they would have died to other crap. But bazooka coming in. No vet for, actually he could have vetted, could have tried to anti-tank rifle grenade that, but wasn't able to. Flame half-track and Puma are gonna back away and all of that. MG randomly sitting here. Conscripts sitting there as well. Very weird. Very, very weird. So overall, though, the sniper's still alive with 11 kills. Basically almost killed 2 or 3 squads. Well, obviously 2 because 8, but I is bad at math, yo. I cannot do basic math. But anyways, we actually have a very, very early 12-minute T-34-76. Which he's going to be able to, shouldn't be too cocky with it. Got the flame half-track, definitely worth it again. Another waste of munitions. But overall, the 76 coming out very early and nice. But he has to be careful of that Puma. Definitely be careful of that Puma. So overall, 3 penals, 1 conscript, 1 sniper. Both penals have flamethrowers. Healing up over here, he did get the field infirmary. Ambulance did survive. Unfortunately, that Puma did not kill the ambulance. This guy does get out his major. He's going to do the forward retreat point. And we do have a 50 cal over here, capping up that middle point. T-34 going to come in. Probably could have Panzerfaust to be really homosexual, but I don't think he was going to. Yeah, it would have been a waste of munitions. He was pretty low already. But he has quite a bit of manpower. He's actually going to get another pack. Not sure how well that's going to do. Probably should be upgrading instead of getting another pack, I think. Grenadiers just sitting up in this building, doing really much nothing. Support guns going to be hitting these guys. So he still has the double support gun, still has the Puma. I'm going to back that Puma up away. Going to retreat because it's going to take way too much damage. And again, pack was easily destroyed. That's why I said that he shouldn't have gotten another pack. It really wasn't worth it. Though he did actually get it camouflage. Oh no, it's a Viketin. Oh, I thought it was actually a pack 40. I was like, oh, dude, how did it fucking get well, that's stolen pack 40. I was thinking, how the fuck did he get it to stealth? I was like, what? So we do see this guy going Command Panther, going to utilize that artillery flare to see what things, how things are going on. Very nice that the allies are keeping this neutral. Don't want the Axis to have that extra munitions. So we do have the forward retreat point and everything else turned out over here. The Mech HQ does not have this yet. I would think it would be a waste. I would try to get the Shvia up as fast as possible and place it somewhere worthwhile. Right here would be pretty good. Right here you could cover this area, cover this, and cover this. So you could cover all these critical points. So allies right now are really huddling over here. The major, very nice placement. Very nice placement. We do have the stolen pack over here, placing on that road. 76 over here as well. Do have an OP coming out, which is a very fine OP. Looks like he finally has 3 riflemen already. Did. Right now he's saving up. It looks like he probably could be going for a Jackson. The Kettinen pack. Gonna push away the 76. A very nice little spot here. Very nice little spot to get that. Yeah, but it is obviously very impervious to flanking. More impervious and vulnerable to flanking. Grenadiers definitely need to be healed up. So this guy has quite a bit of manpower. I'm not sure what he could buy. He's really saving up. Are you saving munitions to get the Tiger, which I assume he could be doing, or maybe he's going to try and get some Ostvinds, because he does actually have the Ostwind bullets in here. The Massacre, the machine guns of the Ostwind actually suppress. I'm not sure what he's going to get, but he's saving up a whole bunch of fuel to as well, and he has yet to upgrade to Phase 2. So I'm unsure of this. Yeah, I was about to say probably should use that and build a medical bunker. Definitely need it, because walking over here is going to be too much of a pain to get that anyways. So 50 cal, looking the wrong way. Oh, he got that guy right there, but he did get suppressed. Rifleman, of course, going to maneuver back in, but he's going to back away because the ambulance was right there. Pack did pull back to try and get the Puma if he was going to overextend, but it was going to be okay. Looks like we have a Katusha now, which is a very good idea, because again, he already got the 76. Katusha is going to be good because you know where the medical HQ is, you know where the support gun is, you know where they're generally going to be. They're going to be on this side of the road. So it's obvious that a Katusha would be very good here. And did he get a Jackson? No, he actually got a Sherman. Surprising. The only reason I say this is because the Jackson would be some good killing power against the Puma, and at least a good, throw caution into the wind against a Panther or a Panzer IV, that you have a Jackson and a 76 roaming around. But he did go Sherman for infantry killing power and for glorious flank. I personally still like the Sherman, but it is a piece of shit. Only in terms of armor, because glorious Nazi armor. But the double MG is going to help him out just fine. Going to be able to poke these guys. And of course, Katusha coming down. Looks like we did see a rear shot from a new pack that came out. No, the pack already had Veterans Day, I think. We take a rear shot. A second rear shot. And ooh. Ooh, that was good. That hurt. That was brutal. That was brutal. Ooh, man. If only this rifle grenade, like you see, that's one thing that amazes me about this game, is that Sherman could have killed those guys. They weren't they were clumped up, but not that clumped up like this clumped up. But that rifle grenade still didn't hit, and it probably killed like one guy maybe or something, but didn't. It only lowered their health, but this killed higher health targets in just one go. Now, of course, it is a tank, and that was a rifle grenade, but still, you get what I mean. That was really brutal. That was game changing right there. And I'm not saying that like every other commentator that's like, oh my god, you lost one engineer, Jesus Christ, the game is ending, and they overreact just completely. But that was, losing 3 grenadiers and the LMG to it is really brutal, and it hurts a lot. So right now the OKW is pretty much the only one that's going to be holding the line. It looks like he is going to get a searchlight because he wants to know who is coming from what, especially after that Sherman flank as well. Though the pack did see him, but you get what I mean. So he does have 2 Vulcan, 1 Sturm Pioneer. He does actually have a stolen mortar here, which is going to be quite nice for him. Vet 2 already. Actually, is it a Wehrmacht? Is this stolen Wehrmacht? I don't know. The picture just looks like a stolen Wehrmacht. Could be American. Is it American? I is stupid. I is stupid. Yeah, it is the American one. Okay. Still the American one. So 76 up here. Allies coming back in. Katyusha ready. Pulled these guys back. So it looks like this guy did go for the Calliope doctrine. That is very interesting. The strafing run definitely going to help him, and so is the recon. Not sure about the light machine gun. Don't think he's going to equip any of those. Think he's going to stick to the bar and some bazookas, which is going to be fine. These 2 are going to help him all together, and a Sherman Calliope won't actually be that bad, but since maybe he may call off 1 Calliope, and the 1 Russian actually has the Katyusha, so they could share the artillery instead of 1 go strictly artillery and blah 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 blah. So again, searchlight. Puma's trying to cover here in the flank, but did suffer some damage. Katyusha firing where? Oh, this is pretty bad. This is that clumping up is very deadly. But Sherman here popping that smoke. Sherman pretty much gonna die here. I have a feeling. Damaged engine, needs to keep going. Panzerfaust could be here. Nah, Panzerfaust's gonna kill it. Yeah. He was hoping for that 1 shot to actually kill that Grenadier and hopefully limp away, but it wasn't gonna work out. But that Sherman did get its value, I do believe. All those Grenadiers is quite painful indeed. Unfortunately, couldn't kill that extra Grenadier. The Russian guy with his mass penals. 3 penals, 1 conscript. Conscript with a nice LMG. Was actually the one that picked up the LMG. Sniper still at Vet 1. Stolen pack still over here in a very defensive position. Could steal this Viketin, which would be really worth it, I think. Maybe he's saving up. He went this doctrine. So I like this doctrine a little bit. Just because I used to hate it, but then I kind of like it because you have because I always thought you would either choose one or the other, 85 or the IS-2, because you only can save it for so much, but it's actually good because you could choose. Is this situation for an 85 because they went, Jagdpanzers and stuff, then you could spam 85s and completely wreck them. Or if they're going, single heavy tank or something like that, you can get the IS-2 for some kind of front line. And also you get the radio intercept so you can see what they're doing, some vehicle crew repair, and a Sturmovik attack, which is always really good. Rifleman barely making it out. So this guy wasted... Well, he didn't waste. Didn't he have a lot of fuel? I think so. And I don't remember him. I know he bought a whole bunch of Grenadiers again. Don't believe him making... He's making a Stug, and then he made the Auswind. I don't think the Auswind is a good idea to a point. I mean, you are facing a lot of infantry. I mean, and you don't really have the infantry to support the Auswind. I know the Auswind can take out the infantry, but it's just the other tanks and stuff that I'm worried about. He is getting a Stug. I still don't like the Stug. I think it's really weak. I wish they would buff the shit out of it. I wish it would come with, like, the scope built into that plane, though. I wish it would come with the scope, like, built in. Because it really does need some kind of scoping feature, sort of like the Su-85. Which kind of angers me, because, again, I really want the Stug to be good. But it just isn't. Praise Stug. Stug deploy now. So Katusha coming down, very poor spot. He probably was to push away a chase, but he wasn't going to really hit anything. He really needed to hit this area. Or something over here, I think. But, yeah. Stuka coming out. Yeah, he's going to hopefully move. I think Stuka's going to... Got some infantry there because of the 76. But everyone made it out, so it is okay. And pack over here, just waiting and guarding. Grenadiers are going to come up and decap. Over here, we did have conscripts who did cap up, but Puma and Sturmpania are going to push them away. So right now this guy looks like he's going to be saving up for the Command Panther, which he's very close there. Just 5 more fuel. And they're going to have a nice little combo. We do see the Jackson out finally by the American player. He didn't go Calliope, which I'm very grateful for. But that Jackson isn't going to stand a chance against a Puma. Even a Puma, if the Puma gets the first shot off and is already in the rear of the Jackson's pretty much fucked. He's going to try and run them over. That instant retreat, though. Ah, rifleman from the back. Okay. Yeah. It's warranted. Mines over here. Minesweepers. Of course, the Command Panther's off, as I just said. And we do have a Stug and Osfin again. They kind of work together. So he did go this doctrine. He did go for the scope for the Stug. For extra sniping. The Osfin along with the scope. I guess if you combine the command tank along with the Command Panther, I wonder how that would work. We'll see. So Americans deploying over here by their fuel in the south. Of course, they already see everything that's over here. Katusha coming up once again. Katusha really shouldn't be near the thing. Shouldn't be near the medical HQ. But not medical HQ, the ambulance, same thing, but it's just a fucking ambulance. It heals people. That's what it does, heals people. Lieutenant coming up now. Try to go for grenade assault, completely misses. Gonna stand out negative cover, which is really going to hurt him. But he did get the exchange because of his LMG, but he wasn't able to cap up because of that poor cover that he was in. So Stug's really guarding this the open border. He needs to build a wall. That's what he needs. Gonna build an engineer up. Rifleman taking some cover. Grenadiers, Volk trying to cap up this munitions just for a split second. We do actually have a Calliope coming down here, which is a hefty cost. I'm not sure if he would have... Was it wise to get a Calliope? I think so, but then not. Well, we do have an 85 and a 76 here, so I guess he is able to do this. They really do need some kind of armor. I mean, the Jackson is fine, but they really do need some anti-infantry as well. And really try to target key areas like this over here needs to be dealt with over by the medical HQ. The medical HQ itself, and stuff like this. And to counter infantry pushes, and just pushes in general. So we do see double sniper coming out, trying to go for that more anti-infantry. Could immediately go for that retreat because of that Osfin and that scope too. And scopes to improve their targeting capability by increasing line of sight. And Osfin going to try and shut down some of that crap. Is this guy using this? So Calliope looks like it did round throughout all his rounds at the medical HQ. Got a few things there, strafing run or something of the sort. Unless, what did the other guy choose? Oh, he's using the Sturmovic's airstrike. Okay, yeah, that's what it was. Sturmovic airstrikes. Jackson should repair its little HP. And of course, nice decapping by this conscript squad over here to deal with that. So could be calling off the IS-2 here, but he doesn't have enough manpower. Who would I sacrifice? I would sacrifice the pack, maybe. Nah, I wouldn't sacrifice the pack. I'd probably sacrifice the sniper. And the sniper has 20 kills. This one only has 3. Stug and Osfin holding out over here in the field. We do have a pack again over here. Surprised that this guy still hasn't bought the repair cost things over here. Medical HQ still at low health. This guy has no manpower, buying another Sturmpioneer that he lost. The Wehrmacht guy, what is he up to? As I just said, he's already at phase 3. He did get to phase 3, but he still has the 2 engineers, 2 grenadiers. Gonna probably repair his medical HQ. Riflemen hiding behind some sandbags. More riflemen killing up some of that fuel cache over there, since the Allies have complete control of the fuel, which is very good for them. The Axis right now, and I said that really weird, the Axis, that they really need to, I feel like, they need a Kubel. That's what you need right now. Kubel just to decap shit, because I feel like the Allies are staying on top of the cap and the fuel game a lot. And it's really suffering. Because look at that, 45 fuel compared to 16. That's a heavy fucking difference right there, I tell you what.
We have casualties.
Of course, Jackson, 85 and 76. Jackson with a really nice long-range shot there because of these riflemen right here. Was able to get that Osvin, and Jackson again poking some shots, but that rifleman and Jackson hopefully will get away. No, it does not. It gets knocked out by what? The Panther? Yeah, Panther. But of course the Sherman going to continuously pound over here, taking some really nice shots into the Panther and Stug. Stuka coming out. Pretty shitty Stuka if you ask me. Katyusha looks like it's going to bombard that medical HQ yet again. So overall that was successful. The not successful, the kill on the Osvin was good, but then it was bad. This Russian does actually have enough time to get the IS-2. Is the IS-2 worth it? I don't know. I really don't know. I think it could be, but it could be very risky because they do have Panzerfaust and other stuff like this. I would still sacrifice the sniper or get rid of this MG. This MG is really not doing anything for you. You could get that extra tank support, that extra damage soak, while the American player gets another Jackson for that longer range to push back the Stug, while the Stug tries and fails to pen. I think he's deciding on what to do with his butt buddy. But he doesn't have the pop cap though, I know right now. So, but that 2 extra fuels over here as well, and the Axis are really trying to hold on here. Sturmpanzer ready. He actually got a Brumbar, really? Really got a fucking Brumbar. We'll see how the Brumbar does. Of course, Panther gonna come up here. Panther looks like is going to bite the dust here. If I was him, I would ram. Yes, he rammed it, but he didn't have to. Actually could kill the Stug. Actually pouring everything he has into here. Again, some nice Katyushas and or Calliope here. Completely wiping out more infantry. And these 85s and 76. I definitely think they could have gotten the kill on that Stug. It would have been very easy. The Brumbar did come up. The Brumbar wouldn't have really done much. But Katyusha going to come in here, try to get some extra kills, do some extra damage. But still not going to kill the medical HQ just yet, unfortunately. So in the north, they did cap up that VP. But as again, I think the Axis, that the Grenadier killing, I think the Osvin and Stug was a really shitty idea. Okay, I think the Osvin was an okay idea, but after that, I think it really lacked. That was an okay Stuka. Just because, yeah, the Jackson, the 76 and 85, and he got a Stug again, or whatever, or the Stug lived, whatever the two. I don't know if it's the same Stug, but I don't know why you would get the Stug, especially seeing because the Stug just can't deal with it. I mean, again, even with the scope, the Stug needs the scope. It still needs damage. I feel like going for the Panzer IV and or Panther would have been more better. But also he lost all of his Grenadiers in that one engagement, which really fucked him good. Which I feel like really turned the point of the match to the Allies' favor. But also with the Axis too is that they're not trying, they need to contest that northern point. I'm a BM teammate stealing vehicles here. Lol.
The enemy is taking our territory.
The one thing that really needs to happen, what was I going to say, is yeah, they just need to contest this top fuel point to get that fuel income. They just kind of sat here and fighting over nothing, really. They're kind of fighting over this a little bit. They're fighting over this, but they're not fighting over a key point in the map. And that's a lot of the problem here, is controlling that fuel and that VP and then pushing into the middle to control it, because no one's going bot. And yeah, and you both have to stick together. So it's just, yeah. Though the OKW player, I felt like, really held his ground. I think the Stuka was a pretty shitty idea. He can't land Stukas for shit, and also they really weren't clumping up enough to get that good Stuka round in. I feel like what could he have? The only thing I probably would have changed is getting up a Shvia and placing it right here to guard that VP to then push into that fuel. Probably worked in to get a Panther, or worked in to get a King Tiger, especially if he would have helped try to control that fuel up north. I think it really would have worked out well for him. Yeah, again, Stuka completely misses. He's completely blind. He should try to pair up the flare with that, but it really isn't going to work. Double sniper working in here, poking away at that MG, and just more manpower bleed from them. That MG is just going to be wasted. There goes the MG, which is going to allow these riflemen to try and pour in as much damage as possible onto the medical HQ. Looks like we have a Brumbar and the Stug again. Gonna move in over here, and then it's pretty much GG. This guy isn't really buying anything with his manpower all that much, especially by the VP token here. So overall, I really like the way the Allies played Stolen Maquette there. The snipers did work out pretty well. I mean, 25 kills there and 10 kills on this one. Oh, he stole the Jackson. That's what he stole. Lol. Lol, 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 lol. Yeah, his ally bought a new Jackson. Top kick. I think the Panther, the fuel, and not going the Stug. The Osman was fine if you could have kept it alive and microed it. The Osman was fine. But even still, it has such a small window to be effective that even in that point, you could not get the Osman and just get a Panzerwerfer or something like this. That would have been just as fine to try and poke away at the snipers or try to get an RNG kill on them, which would have been really nice. But yeah, recon and strafing run coming out. Again, nothing too popular here. Just waiting for that GG, because it's pretty much done now, I think. That was a really good Stuka. See, that was the time that a Stuka would have been good if they was clumping up, but half the time he just wasted. Of course, Ninja Cap up here by Sampinos, getting that triple cap going on. And looks like 76 is going to bite the dust with 13 kills. No, it does not, because fucking Brumbar can't do shit. Panzerfaust trying to come in over here, and the Panzerfaust was just about to hit. It's still dead, but yeah. Overall, it was a pretty good game. As I said, the Axis should have done the pushing more on the fuel here and trying to control it, placing the Shvia down and going for the Panther. The Puma was fine, but overall, did he buy anything else? He bought a Puma. Was that it? I know he got the medical HQ first. I think the medical mech and going for the Shvia would have been fine, because he did get the Puma. The Stuka was something that he shouldn't have gotten. The infrared half track was okay. I don't know. It's not that expensive, actually, is it? No, it's fine. It's fine. But the Vanmach guy, I feel like, really crippled here, just because he lost all of his Grenadiers, which RNG is RNG. It's not his fault, but like I said, he got the Osman, the Stug. Could have gotten something better, like a Panzer IV Panther. Could have upgraded way faster. Could have gotten those out faster. Could have gotten a Panzerwerfer, which I believe they definitely needed as well. But also, he wasted those 2 flame half-tracks, wasting a lot of those munitions he could have been upgrading his Grenadiers with, though technically he would have lost them anyways, but I still think he could have done that. And he went a really crippling doctrine that really does suck. I mean, like I said, the Stug, it has its place, it's okay. I mean, sometimes you can make the Stug work in certain situations, but I really don't think the Stug is that great, especially with the scope. The scope is nice on some other tanks too as well, but to be crippled by the stupid Arty, the command tank, I know he got as this Grenadier, I don't know. He could have gone Blitz and could have gotten a Tiger, and instead of going exactly what I said, he technically could have just gone straight for Panzerwerfers and then get a Tiger out and have Grenadier support the Tiger with some packs, and it would, you know what I mean? But whatever. Anyways, I want to thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.